And then another. And then another.
Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you every fucking game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1 on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I'm your host, Mikey. That is Tommy. What's going on, brother?
What is going on, Mr. Mikey? Happy Friday to you, and happy Friday to all of Bill's Mafia out there. Woo! All right, I think we got our ranting over with, right? Right? We did.
I mean, we did a 2-hour show of ranting.
2 hour of ranting. I got some complaints. I'm not gonna lie. So there's no more of that on this episode. We're past that point of last week, and we're moving on. We're moving on. All right. Today's gonna be a fun show. All right, right, Mikey? You're in a good mood now. I'm in a good mood. All right.
I'm good. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes our topic.
That's okay.
Yeah. Listen, he's not going anywhere. I can only support him and hope he wins, and that's all we care about.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like.
We have other things to worry about this week, brother.
I'm Prison Mike.
Right?
I like that. I like it.
We have some other things to worry about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like half our secondary being hurt.
Oh yeah. I know. And of course the Lions are all getting healthier and yeah. Of course.
Well, they didn't have guys going out.
They had a little mini bye week there. So
yeah, they did. What's up, Tommy and Apex Man? Boy, I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling the Lions are gonna dog walk us on Sunday. I hope you're wrong.
We don't get dog walk. We don't really get taken to the shed often.
No, not often. What's going on, Scotty?
Oh man, thank you. Handsome. Okay,
makes you feel better, huh?
Ooh, all right, okay.
We were a little bit early, Spin.
I did shave a little bit. All right, okay.
We were a little bit early. I did not shave.
Oh man, Mike is still looking good.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to this weekend to see Josh play again. Man, he was a monster last week.
Oh my god,
he was a monster last week.
He's turning it up, right? Like,
yeah, starting to turn that bad boy up.
Starting to turn the Josh Allen volume up.
Mm-hmm. I think who would complain. Nobody complains.
I got a couple.
I'll be perfectly honest. I didn't even realize anyone complained. Tommy, all of the comments.
Yeah, I do. We have a little complaint jar people send to us, and I have to go read through them all.
Yeah. Tommy reads all the comments. I don't read any of them. The only time I ever do anything in the comments is when Tommy sends me a message and, hey, there's a question for you in there. Get in there and answer it, please.
Yeah, go ahead and take care of that.
Tommy, did you hear that they're extending McDermott 10 more years? That tattoo's coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you get it in 20 years of coaching.
God, Spin. Yeah. The 49ers linebacker pulled Avonte Davis yesterday.
I know. He didn't retire, but he may have no choice. I don't know who's going to want him after that. That's craziness, man.
Shannon said before the game he was saying how he wasn't feeling it, and then when Greenlaw got hurt, They put him in, and he's like, "Yep, nope," and went and said, bounced out.
One guy was like,
crazy.
man, yeah. One of his teammates were like, man, that's some punk shit.
Yeah. Tre'Davious Ward or Tre'Davious Ward or whatever.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
punk shit.
He's like, listen,
man.
I can't imagine being a professional football player saying, I'm just not feeling like I need to play today.
Right.
And you're a backup.
I'm good.
You're on the bubble of the 53. You took someone else's job that they cut, and then you're like, I don't really feel it.
Yeah, that's wild.
You're in the wrong line of business, brother. If you're not,
Did they cut him yet, or nothing yet?
I have no idea. I don't see anything.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. Shanahan says Campbell's days with the 49ers are numbered.
Oh, okay. So he's pretty much okay. He's got. We
It's
don't want.
It's a matter of time.
Stay clear away from Buffalo. We already had that happen.
Yeah. Do you want to do around the league since we're talking about that?
Yeah. Why not? Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Starting with Shanahan, he says Campbell's days are numbered. It's just a matter of a day probably before they release him. That was the 49ers season last night as it went down the toilet.
Oh my, what a bro. Obviously I was working, texting you as I'm watching that shitty ass Thursday night game that I thought was going to be a fun, high scoring, at least, no, we got the opposite. No touchdowns.
We didn't get the good Stafford. They didn't get the good Stafford at all.
I couldn't, bro. Stafford had 26 yards in the first half. What in the hell?
Yo, Cup got me a fat 0.
Bro, nothing. I was texting Mikey, guys. I'm like, what in the
playoffs?
What the fuck am I what am I watching here? These guys sliced and diced us. They can't even get up
the field.
Yeah, they can't get nothing. They can't get a fucking point.
They punted like 5 times in a row.
Dude, I was like, what? I couldn't believe what I was watching. I really couldn't, because I'm like, I expected the Rams to win. I did. Like, I was shocked that the 49ers were favored, to be honest with you. So I picked the Rams in a parlay. I'm like, I put +3. I thought the Rams for sure win, and they did, but man, like
4 field goals. It definitely wasn't
my
touchdowns. They just dropped.
No, fuck. Where was that fucking play at versus us? My God, they might have just been on fire. They were just clicking. It happens. Sometimes you catch a team. You have days like that. Yeah, and it could have just been.
Mama said.
Mama said. Yeah, that's true.
Mama said you have days like that.
Fucking day against us, of course. Fuck.
Spickman said, did Greenlaw get hurt right before halftime? He's either right before or right after halftime. He got hurt and he just took himself out and he sat on the sideline. Like when he hit the guy, his knee went all funky, and he was using the massage gun on his calf and knee, and they had a wrap on it and stuff. So hopefully he'll be all right. But
what's going on? By the way, what's going on with Debo too? Huh? Something's going on there.
Debo's talking all that mess too.
And he's dropping pass. It's not like he's like,
we need to get me the ball more. And then they fed him last night and he was dropping them.
Fed him, and he had one of those passes were probably a touchdown. I mean, if he catch that
60-yard walk in,
it probably was. Like, I would be surprised somebody catch. And so you can't complain if you're dropping passes, bro.
Mm. So as we talked about, the Ram Stafford and his receivers had once in a lifetime performances. Sometimes that happens, and our defense hasn't been stellar all year.
It really hasn't, guys.
People have gone up and down the field on us. The thing is, we've always got turnovers in every game until last week,
or held them a field goal.
Yeah, we just couldn't stop them.
Couldn't stop him. No. And that's the problem, guys, when we're talking about like this particular defense of McDermott's, is that bend don't break. It works most of the time, but problem is when you face like a good offensive team and they get rolling, like things are just, especially when they're clicking, the bend don't break breaks. And then when it breaks, it is fucking miserable. And that's when the offense has to pretty much be perfect the whole way through. And, that's the problem I have with McDermott's defense. It's not that I hate it. It's just at certain situations, it breaks. And when it breaks, it's ugly.
Yeah.
It's really
the good thing is we have Josh who can help.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Exactly. Like when it breaks, I'm like, well, Josh, it's time to go into the phone booth, come back out and do your thing.
Right.
Because it ain't gonna happen today with the defense. So
Stafford
it almost came back.
Yeah, Stafford plays the perfect game against Buffalo and can't hit the broadside of the barn against 49ers. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. The weather didn't help him there.
Yeah, but come
by
on.
any means, but man,
That was
what happened to Brock
craziness.
Purdy? He looked like trash last night.
I don't think Brock Purdy is all that, bro. I think he's I think they found a good
He
quarterback.
did not look good last
considering where they drafted him, obviously last pick in the draft. But you kind of see when they lose weapons how he, you know what I mean? I think he's an okay quarterback. You know, I don't think he's I don't know. I think it's hard to explain when it comes to Brock Purdy. Like, I think he could be good, but I don't know if he'll ever be in that like top.
Weapons. He's
That's
never
what I mean.
going to be the guy who can play above the scheme.
Right. I see him like a
Cousins.
I don't know, like a Kirk Cousins. Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, perfect example.
Yeah,
it's around that 15, middle of the pack. His receivers will make him look better when they're healthy. You know, his weapons, even his running backs. You know,
Kirk.
Right.
You know, all those type of guys who are good, but they're not going to play above the scheme.
Exactly. And by the way, Kirk Cousins is playing terrible lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're talking about benching him potentially.
They should. He's looked like horrible.
Scott interceptions left and right. Go ahead.
Yeah. He's thrown like 0 touchdowns and 8 interceptions in the last 4 games.
It's disgusting. Yeah. But there you go. What it is.
Oh, yeah. Like, enjoy your $170 million you got. You know, brother. Scott comes in and says we really need to consider extending Cooper for 2 more years. So perfect for this wide receiver room. Yeah. Like, he's just been solid for us.
He really has, man. Like, he's what you want as far as like a veteran, and he still has stuff left in the tank. Right, you know, you could trust him. Obviously, he's not gonna do any crazy off-season chatter on. That's not his style. You know what I mean? He seems like a team player. Yeah, I would definitely feel comfortable with like a 2-year deal. You know what I mean? 2-3 year deal, maybe a way out of the 3rd year. But we'll see. I don't think they're gonna do any talks until the off-season.
They won't. We'll see how that plays out. Spengleman says at least Keon can cater full in practice. Yeah, they're both gonna play.
Good.
You know, that is good.
Yeah, that's some good news.
You know, that's some great news. You know, then we can say goodbye to Virgil, and you know, we can see what Coleman looks like with Cooper and them out there. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze.
All right, here we go. Oh,
sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh,
whoa. All right.
Whoa. Yep. The defense is too small, Robert says. Yeah, we need some bigger defense linemen.
It absolutely is. It's been a problem for a while. That's why we were surprised that Phillips wasn't out there last week versus the Rams. But I wonder if Phillips gets they use Phillips this game.
I hope so. But they're talking about bringing back Smoot too. So if they do that, who they dropping? So
that's well, if Smoot plays, I understand that. Then I understand why.
Spin comes in and says Hamlin and Rapp are questionable. Game for Hyde and Bishop. Rapp is out. He's been out. Douglas has been ruled out. Hamlin looks like he's gonna play, so it's gonna be Bishop and Hamlin are gonna start. I don't think Hyde is ready yet.
Boy. Oh, it's scary, bro. Back.
I'm excited to see what Bishop looks like. Listen, we're playing with house money right now. Let's see what the young kids got.
I get it. And maybe, just Hyde being out there, maybe I would like Hyde just being on the sideline. At least, though, I know you'd have to call him up for that, but just be out there,
kind of sideline on the practice.
Oh, can he? Well, then have him out there, fucking helping us, like talking to him. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm with that then, because I think it's way too early. Have him out there and talk to the young dude. You know what I mean? Give him some, because he's going to make some mistakes. You know what I mean? Oh,
he also might make some plays. Yes, we have a super chat. Callie, appreciate you, brother.
Let's go ahead, hit that. Here we go. Thank you so much, Callie.
It's that time of season where McD's gonna call those stupid plays in the soft defense. Hopefully, McD gets his head out of his arse on Sunday, and I call it that because we're in a positive light today.
Right.
We're in a positive light.
We're really trying. We did our long rant, 2-hour rant on Monday.
We did, and we do appreciate you, Callie. Appreciate
Yeah,
the
thank you so
support,
much, brother.
And yes, I'm with you. I'm hoping that, that was a blimp, just a speed bump on our way to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I
hope.
Kincaid is questionable for Sunday. Technically, yes, but he's been practicing all week, and they say
think he'll
he's
play.
likely to play.
Well, practicing
without the red non-contact.
No, I'm saying the team didn't really practice.
Yeah, well,
but it's in whole.
He's without all the sources that have come out said him and Coleman are going to be back this week.
No, I get it, but we didn't have any practice really.
Yeah,
like the whole team didn't really
how that
practice.
goes, though. Shut up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying about?
Yeah,
it's that time of year we don't get any practice. It is what
can't
it
even
is.
drive to the damn stadium.
Nope. That could be a good thing though too, guys.
Yeah, we were talking about that, a little bit more rest, but still.
Yeah.
Bill's
injury report has Rapp as questionable. They've come out and said that he's not playing today. I know there were.
Did they? I didn't read that.
Since that came out, they've come out and said that he's not playing. So, that'd be a fantastic surprise. Surprise! I'm here.
Right.
I'd be game for that. But I'm also excited to see what Bishop looks like. We spent a second-round pick on the kid. Let's let him get out there and see what he's got.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, guys, we have already clinched what we are. Now it's just seeding. Let's go out there and play. And there's not a better test for him than this high-powered Lions offense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I do see some reports saying Rapp isn't going to play, but I don't know. They're not really big sources either. So
I saw some sources from like ESPN and stuff that said it.
Okay, because Matty Galab 8 hours ago said McDermott says everyone else is on the injury report. Blah blah blah. Safety Damar Hamlin back ribs. Safety Taylor Rapp neck shoulder in case he do heel ribs. He only ruled out Rasul Douglas right now.
Yeah.
So I mean,
then something came out before I left work that said that Bishop's expected to start.
Okay.
With Rapp being probably held out.
Makes sense. You want your
Roy
best out there.
Roy.
I mean, best ready for the playoffs. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Roy, brother. Cooper's gonna be 31 next year. Why would you sign for 2 more years? Because he's good. Did you not watch him last week?
Age doesn't listen, man. I understand that whole thing. I understand why, you got to be careful with the age thing, but some players, they age differently as far as sports goes. Like not every player hits his 30s and just goes to shit. You know what I mean? He's still playing at a pretty high level. He put up like 1,200, 1,300 yards last year. So it's not like he's running out of steam. He's a shell of himself. So I think 2 years, I don't think that would be a bad signing. And I don't think it would be an expensive one either. So
and next year he would still be that guy who can beat one-on-one coverage. And then the following year, we're hoping Coleman becomes the number 1. So it gives Coleman 2 years to become the number 1. And then he'd be great number 2. Think about it.
And then you got Shakir still blossoming and that you're going to wind up paying. So, I mean.
And he's such a good leader in that room.
Absolutely.
I want to
I want to hate it. And it's not, he's not like, a guy that's been hurt all the time or he's a bad person to have in the locker room. Like there's a lot of upside to re-signing him for a couple more years. Yes, I don't think it would be a bad sign.
This positive episode will be followed by this Sunday night.
Jeez, Roy. Hey man, we're trying to be
what's going on, Beth? Welcome.
Happy tonight.
Practice. It's just practice. Practice?
Right. Practice.
Some about practice?
Practice.
Right? Playoffs?
Yeah. Oh, we punched our ticket at least.
I want that number 1 seed. I would like the number 1 seed too, but I don't know what weird voodoo the Chiefs got going on, but they just always seem to,
I don't get it either. I have no idea, man. It's just the football gods.
Boink off the freaking
I know.
Goalpost that went in. Like, come on.
But every time shit goes their way, I'm just like, I'm not even surprised anymore. And when shit goes bad for us, like it would, I'd be like,
I wish Spin, Hyde, Bishop, Elam. Don't expect Elam to see the light of day.
Oh, we were talking about Elam before we went live.
Yeah.
Bruh,
well, for whatever reason, McDermott does not like this guy.
I don't know if you guys seen, like, he came out and said he has no idea why he's not pretty much why he's not getting a chance. He said this. He's at a loss for why he's been a healthy scratch for the last 3 games, saying, "What can I do?" So that's a guy that sounds like he's just all but giving up.
You know who that
on
sounds
trying
like?
to,
Puna
yeah.
Ford last year.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Because
Ford's
Puna
like,
did. Yeah.
What? I don't know.
I did
don't know why
everything
I'm
he
not
wanted me
playing.
to do. Yeah, I feel like I'm good, doing good at practice, and I'm still getting a healthy scratch every week. Me and Mike, listen, like I said, we were talking about this prior. It's listen, if McDermott drafted him, right? He thought he could get him into his scheme. Clearly, it has not worked out. Why the hell then do you remain keeping him and just wasting him away with? We could have traded him for anything at this point. Take something. So I don't get it, because it's just really, honestly, Mikey, at this point, not only is it a bad draft pick, it's a useless draft pick. It's not even playing. He does nothing. It doesn't make sense. What do you even have him here for? I'd rather have anyone out there. You get what I mean? Like something. Like
I'm trying to stay positive about McDermott, but this is the shit that drives me up a wall.
Yeah, I don't get it, bro. Like I said, and if you know you're not going to play him, why didn't you go to Bean and just say get rid of him?
Not only that,
simple.
His skill set is a man-to-man skill set.
And I'm with. I don't think he's bad.
We were missing last week was a man-to-man defender.
I'm with you, dude. I feel like when Elam comes in, yes, he makes a little mistakes here and there, but I feel like when I've seen him on the field
last week,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's played pretty good football. I don't think he's been terrible. You know what I mean? Like he brings something different too. He's a little bit more physical. He's known for the man-to-man. Like I don't understand why. Like, what is the holdup? Unless there's something going on in practice, I don't know. There has to be a riff, something going on. I don't get it.
Well, he came out and said, I don't understand it either. So obviously McDermott's not talking to him about it. So
you got to just get rid of him at this point, bro. Just try to get whatever the fuck you can. Like, what is he on his last year? Next year?
Next year,
right? Yeah. Then whatever. Take a 7th round draft.
No. Ravens for Life comes in and says Lions are going to win by 3+ scores. Not trolling, dead serious. I'll come back for the post-game show. Okay.
You can, but that's not Ravens. That's not. Listen, if you watch Buffalo Bills football, and I know you've been here before, we very rarely get smoked. Even when things start looking bad, our offense is too good for games to get out of control like that. Like, we'll be in a game no matter what. If we lose, it ain't going to be a lot of points, bro. Very rare. I mean, we have to go back to the Baltimore game.
Baltimore, that was the first time we'd lost
and it just steamed. Just kind of got under
like
control.
4 years.
But it doesn't happen much. It's super rare. Like, I think the last beating before the Baltimore one was what, Philly? When they came to our house like years ago, right? Maybe the Colts game.
Yeah.
When they steamrolled us.
Phillies, Colts, yep.
Yeah,
but that was still
years
like
and years.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Roy at Spin, how many people, including myself, want Daquan? And he's sorry, age doesn't matter. I don't play the age thing. Daquan's just not playing up to his
potential. And Roy, there's another thing too. Daquan Jones had a major injury. Injury, and he coming off an ACL. He is aging, but coming off ACL, you're not going to be 100% the following year. It's not many players come back playing like
he didn't have the ACL. He had the pec injury.
The pec. I'm sorry. The year before, right? The pec. Yeah. Thought he had ACL. No, I'm sorry, not the ACL. Who was I thinking about that had ACL? Von Miller. Von Miller had the ACL. Yeah. But he had the pec still. He was out for half a year.
3/4 of the year. Came back and tried to play one-handed and just was never the same.
Yeah, no. But I'll tell you what, man. Daquan Jones. If you want to talk about Amari Cooper and Daquan Jones, like what they've done, no offense to Daquan. I like Daquan, but Amari Cooper has done way more than Daquan Jones throughout his career.
Sophia, I don't know if he is mouth off. He's a pretty quiet guy. McDermott was just weird about guys on the team because he had the same issue with Puna Ford, and he's done that with like 3 or 4 different guys. He's just like, for whatever reason, he doesn't like the guy and he doesn't play him.
I don't think he doesn't seem like a guy that would mouth off. Yeah, I don't think he mouthed off
with him at all.
Yeah, he doesn't come across that way. So I think it's just more he's just really disappointed. You know what I mean? What can he do? And credit to him, he probably could say a lot more, and he just kind of left it with those.
I don't know why, guys.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So you know, he doesn't want to get more thrown. More in the doghouse.
He's still tied to this organization through another year, so he's trying to find a way to get on the field.
Right, and he doesn't want to totally
come off. Ben's not wrong here. Elam's a playmaker. That's the only thing he's proven in his tenure here is every time he gets on the field, he makes a play. Like, does he also get called for holding? But so does our other guys.
So does Sauce Gardner a lot. I'm not comparing to Sauce, but I'm saying like some of these more stickier defenders do get some PI calls time in the course of a year. So I don't know. I have no idea why he's not being played.
Yeah. Carl says, here's some positive for you. They were tired after a late night versus the 49ers and flying in 3 time zones, so they couldn't hang with the Rams. But they did hang with the Rams. Now they're all rested with snow days and will play good D and beat the Lions. I'm with that. I like that.
Listen, man, would it shock me if we beat the Lions? No. We're a good football team. Like, that's why I'm very surprised people think Lions are going to spank us. It's not. I would be very, very surprised. And honestly, I would be very disappointed. Not that we lost, but if we got spanked, like, I would be disappointed in the effort for sure. But I just don't see that happening.
How many picks compared to PIs? Listen, the last time we saw Elam played well.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this comes in. Maybe it's just the beat reporter and that type of that people were like, oh, he plays horrible. He's not good. Every time Elam's got on the field, he's played really well. He has made
plays. Yeah, I don't recall game. Like, I mean, he's had some PIs, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I think he had what? The last time we saw him,
he held the guys every play and we got called for it.
That's true. That is true. And did he have
PI?
The last time he was out there, he had a PI, and then he made a big play, didn't he?
Yeah.
Elam? Yeah. Right? I forget who it was.
He got beat on one play, got a PI on the next play.
And then he interception. Yeah. So, I mean,
and then obviously you don't want. He was solid the rest of the game.
Right. I mean, obviously you don't want those
hates
PIs.
SEC guys. Passes on the opportunity to play James Cook. Yeah, I guess. I just don't get it. Since McDermott hates, creeping in this positive podcast. Good to know you don't care about PI. Listen, it's not that I don't care about PI. I watched it happen all game last game.
Yeah.
I'd rather, a young kid who can play man-to-man.
And I don't think it's been so crazy. You know why you're looking at it more, though? I think people, including myself, I think because he just doesn't see the field often. And when he finally does, we're looking for that. Like, and it's like, see why he hasn't been playing? You get what I mean? Like, we're looking for a reason why McDermott hasn't played him. Guys, PIs happen. Yeah, man. I don't think it's been that crazy.
Listen, what was the reason we didn't play?
I did watch it, Mr. Fulton. He did a very good job. Me and Mikey watched it after the podcast last week when he sent it to my email. So you were on the stage by yourself, a little solo, doing a little solo performance. You did a good job, buddy.
I'm feeling feisty. Yeah, I could see that, Roy.
Hey, I get it. I get it, Roy.
Feeling feisty, coming
it's the holidays. Come on, Roy.
No way, Josh. Is
cheer up.
Yeah, I don't see us losing by 3 scores either. Josh is unreal inside domes.
Yeah.
Bills D hearing all the chatter this week. If we lose, it's not by much.
That's what I'm saying, Scott. Yeah, I do believe the defense will at least. I would be shocked if they don't at least, come out and play with extra. Yeah, or just play with a little bit more energy than they did last week. Because I didn't see anything from them last week. Like,
they just got like I said last week.
I just don't. I think they'll respond. I don't think they're going to respond where we're going to be like holding them to like under 20 respond, but I think they'll respond in where it's not such a 44 point. You know what I mean? So yeah, we were talking about that too.
We can't sign OBJ. He's over 30. Just that's right.
I would definitely do it. Spin, cheapy deal, cut Virgil. Why not? You give him a couple plays that are designed for him at 100%. Why not?
Wow,
You can't hurt.
Roy. We won't lose by 3, only 2.
I don't think so.
Okay, let's get back to around the league. We
Yeah,
went through
let's do
one
it.
and then we jumped into it. ESPN analyst Randy Moss announces that he's battling cancer. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna even do a womp womp for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man. He's been doing it for. I guess he's had it for a little bit now. Fans caught it a few weeks back. His eyes were yellow or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. Hopefully he gets through that.
Yeah. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert is set to play according to Harbaugh as he praises his quarterback's toughness.
High five.
Okay. All right, Harbaugh. All right.
You know, OBJ released by the Fins after appearing in 9 games.
Yeah. Oh man, that's. I don't know what the contract was, but I know they paid him a little bit, right? They gave him a decent contract.
Yeah. So I think it was a 1-year deal, but you got a little bit of money out of it.
Yeah.
Kansas City wide receiver Hollywood Brown. Sources claim he's getting ready to gear up for practices.
I'm hearing
High
that.
five.
Well, I'm hearing that. I mean, that's she's great. More great news for the Chiefs.
Right. Seahawks says running back Walker calf doubtful for Sunday Night Football.
Oh. That's a big loss for them.
That guy just can't stay healthy.
Good for Green
he's
Bay.
So good when he's healthy,
Yeah.
but he just can't stay healthy.
He's a really good running back. Yeah.
Sources say Commanders defensive tackle Allen Peck could return this week.
Oh, all right.
That's a big one in the middle of that defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steelers say wide receiver Pickens is a no-go for the Eagles matchup.
Oh, Pickens. Big loss. That is a big loss. Big game, man.
Really, really big loss. Detroit Lions have Aleem McNeil, 2 other defensive tackles, and left tackle Taylor Decker, all leaning or moving in the right directions to play on Sunday.
High five.
Man. Yeah, just great. It is what it is,
I
man.
will
Hey, bring
leave
your
it
best,
at
man.
that as around the league.
Oh, good job, Mikey.
I'm Prison Mike.
All right. Good job.
Yeah, DG comes in and says OBJ is washed. Been done.
He's definitely a shell of himself, but I still think Virgil OBJ, OBJ, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be real.
Darnell comes in and says, I feel the Bills can beat the Lions. Everyone in the media and some Bills fans think we're losing the Lions. My prediction is 38-31. Listen, the Lions aren't some super juggernaut. They play tough, close games. They've
been in some close ones.
They've only scored 30 points. What they say it was 4 times this year.
Yeah, they're number 1 in scoring. We're number 2, by the way.
Yeah,
we're right behind them. It's not like
they're averaging 27 points a game, but like to actually put up big 30+ points a game.
Yeah,
we've scored in 7 straight games, and they've scored it like, what did they say, 4 or 5 times this year. They've dog walked 3 bad teams.
Yeah, and they've been and they have also been in dog fights versus teams that they should have steamrolled. I mean, it happens, guys. Week to week, I keep telling you, it's hard to win in the NFL. Week to week, and not only win, do it convincingly, right? Like just mop the floor with every opponent. Like it just doesn't happen like that. Listen, the Rams, they came to play. Our defense didn't. I don't think that will be a repeat against the Lions. I think we will give them our best, and our best is really good. And they're going to give us their best. So I think we're 2 of the best teams right now in the NFL, and it's going to be a dogfight. I do not think this is going to be a blowout by any team. I'm telling you guys right now,
it's going to be a really good game.
It's going to be a
come
really,
down to who has the ball last.
Absolutely, it might. So it's crazy. I don't want I get it, you guys. After watching that Rams game, but after watching the Rams game, you should still say, "Damn, our defense was terrible. We were getting smoked by 17, and we still made it a game." that should tell you right there, we are not getting smoked by the Lions. I'm sorry. Not happening, guys.
Scott with the super chat. Give me that horn.
Oh, Scotty, you know it's coming. Thank you, Scott.
If I hear that horn in the distance at least twice, Bills win 38-27.
Then we got it.
Callie says, Debo Samuel, any thoughts? You can't run your mouth and give me the ball and then drop it.
Right. Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
I think he's a hell of a talent. I
too.
really do. But I think he's having a rough year. I think
he's run his course in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think his course. Yes, I think he's run his course in San Francisco. I think he could be. I think he can be really good somewhere else potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, also you can't do that and then drop ball. And you know what I mean. You're going to get the fans quickly turning on you. So, yeah, not good.
OBJ's fallen the victim of the Kim Kardashian.
You know, right?
They're number one because they have 2 50-point games. Exactly. You know, like, listen, they're beatable. Everybody in the NFL is beatable. It's any given Sunday.
It really is, guys.
Hard
it
to win
really
in the
is.
NHL. Just ask the Sabres.
I do not bet on the NHL. And by the way, I tried. I don't know anything. I don't know much about hockey, but it's so tough. It's so unpredictable. NHL. So forget that.
I don't know. Have you been watching Gruden on YouTube breaking down the games? He does a really good job.
Bro, he's a fucking excellent. He's a excellent coach, and he's
we need Chucky
football.
As our head coach.
Like, he's a football, like, just a genius. You know what I mean? Like, he lives and breathes football, right? Like Belichick. And I think he's even more
Reed
than Belichick.
He was on that same staff with Andy Reid and all those guys.
But did you ever see that video he did? I'm not sure if you saw the YouTube video where he has like a building that he set up where coaches can form it, like people can walk in there and go to each room, and he has every fucking playbook and videos, and it's fucking nuts. That guy's
now he breaks down game game films, dude. And like he's
smart, man.
Smart. He's so
smart. When it comes to football, like that's what he is. Like the dude wakes up thinking football, bro.
Debo, another Diggs. Yikes. Okay. I like that one. Man, I hope the 49ers pay Purdy. And the Purdy's gonna, I wonder if they're gonna pay him this offseason, if they're gonna wait until next year.
Big mistake, in my opinion.
Purdy and Tua, they're like the same player.
I think Tua is a little better in accuracy, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's Jared on.
Possibly. But he is. He's going for
you love
isn't he gonna beat a record? He's gonna go for a record this year for that. He's not bad. I'm telling you, completion percentage wise.
Shanahan is a terrible leader. When they face adversity and the locker room implodes and players quit, I guess that means by what they mean by culture. Shanahan, he's so smart and so good at scheming, but man, I question some of the things that guy does.
Absolutely, you got to.
To be fair, Vontae Davis quit on us. He leads the way for quitting mid-game. You have to remember, Vontae Davis didn't quit because of the culture in our locker room. He quit because he realized he was older and the game had passed him by. And he's like, I just can't hang with these guys anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out.
At least he retired, dude. He retired. It's not like mid-game. He didn't quit because he wasn't feeling it or the team or he was upset he wasn't playing, whatever.
Like he went back. He returned his signing bonus the same week. Like he was like, guys, I'm done. I can't do this.
The funniest part of that whole sequence, though, is he got on the field and he made a fucking play.
He made the play right before
it was a good play. And he's just like, I don't know what, bro. It must have been the hit or maybe just like, bro, I don't want to go to the. Yeah,
this is a young man's game. It ain't my game no more. I'm out. I tip my cap to a guy who understands and knows when it's time to go.
Yeah,
if you're out there and you're not feeling it,
you could get hurt.
You get yourself
absolutely
hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're really and you're also doing a disservice to your team. Like if you're just not good and you feel like you can't hang, because some coaches don't necessarily see that all the time.
Yeah.
They go by like, oh, this guy's been in the league a long time. He's always been good because he was a good player.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna want him. He's a veteran. You're gonna keep him out there.
Former All-Pro. Like we were excited about having him.
Yeah.
He's a veteran on a young team. Like we were excited about having him.
He has money too. You got money. Fuck that shit. He's done.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Yep.
I mean, the funniest part about all of it is when Trey was, talking about it afterwards. And Brandon Beane is talking about it after. Brandon Beane's like, I thought there was something wrong, like he got in a fight with one of the coaches or something. I'm gonna have to like smooth it over. He's like, no, dude, I'm just done. Thank you.
The only guy that took it to heart, not heart, but that was pissed was Zoe. I remember Zoe was a little pissed.
Yeah,
Alexander.
Yeah,
because they interviewed him. He's like, man, I like he was, but Zoe's old school. Like the way his thinking was, like that's fucking bullshit. Like, but everybody else is like, I think cool with him.
Like,
they didn't.
They understood. He was.
But he didn't. He was like, nah, fuck, you don't do that shit.
That hit hurt like hell. Obviously,
that probably like, right. Yeah, he's like, nah, man.
I don't care. You don't quit mid game.
I hear you.
Finish the game or quit before that game. Like, listen, he didn't walk off the sidelines. He waited till halftime and said, "Listen, coach,
he didn't make a show of it." Yeah.
He didn't make it wasn't about him. It was just like, guys, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. Trey White talking about it though was, had me dying. Him and Shady.
Yeah, when they were doing that voice.
They had me dying.
Hey man.
It's just
can't do it, man.
It's a young man's game.
You can't do it, man.
It's a young man's game. That's all.
Oh my god!
Not for me no more.
Yeah, I'm out now.
Listen, I tip my cap to someone who's willing to understand it. Now, should he have finished the game? He could have hung out on the sidelines and let a backup go in and be there in case the guys needed him. Because
he pulled a bullshit hamstring. Can't go in, coach.
He left him shorthanded, which is the only issue I have.
Right.
Even if you're like, guys, I shouldn't be playing. I'm not feeling it out there. I'm gonna retire the game, but I'm here. Put me in if only if you.
I mean, he could have faked. He could have faked like a cramp or something,
but he didn't. He
was
owned
just
who
done.
He was.
Yeah, he owned who
he was.
He owned it. Yeah.
Unlike this other dude who was talking about before the game, got activated and then just quit.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, something. That's weird.
He didn't retire. He just said I wasn't feeling it that night.
Yep.
I hope Trey's doing well with his hockey camp for goalies. Trey's
chilling
in Baltimore.
Yeah, he's in Baltimore. Yeah.
What's hilarious is they're about to pay Purdy $60 million. Right?
Good luck with that. Yeah,
give that guy that kind of cash.
That's too
that
much.
Is such a Shanahan move.
Yep. No, not.
And they're gonna say bye to a bunch of dudes this offseason because you're gonna see Debo gone. You're gonna see some defensive linemen gone. You're gonna like that. They don't have the cap room for it anymore. They ran it back this year trying to capitalize on it. Now guys are gonna be gone.
Yep. It happens.
God, pay that man $60 million. Josh doesn't. We're about to pay Josh $60 million, but that guy earns it,
dude. Yeah, no, I'm not paying that guy $60 million. I'm sorry.
Pay Josh Allen $60 million?
No, I'm talking about Brock Purdy.
No, I'm asking. Are you good with us paying Josh $60 million?
Absolutely. Fucking good, whatever he wants. All right.
Guys, avoid freaking wrecking crew.
Give him the fucking key to every fucking business he wants to go walk in and get whatever he wants. How about that? As long as he stays in Buffalo, whatever. Just pay whatever he wants. Make it happen. I don't care.
Like, listen. Josh Allen, when he got paid, he didn't make more than Mahomes.
No,
Josh Allen's like Mahomes signed his contracts. 8 months later, Allen signed his, and Allen signed his for under what Mahomes had because Mahomes was the number one. He's like, I don't need to be number one.
I promise you.
They started signing. They signed Dak to 60. They signed Trevor Lawrence to 55.
When his deal's coming up, where they're going to be. If I'm being negotiating that, I ain't fucking around, bro.
What do you want?
I'm not fucking around. Yeah, like, dude, I want you here.
They'll probably sign him. They'll probably sign him to the 7-8 year deal again. That's going to push it out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, push it. Yeah, whatever you got to do. Give him a fuck if you give him a piece of the team. I mean, look, Pagula's handing out pieces of the team. Just handing out to Vince Carter and fucking Tracy McGrady. Give him a fucking share, bro. I'll be honest with you, Mikey. A share of the team. How brilliant of a move.
They can't. They
I'm
tried to-
saying,
they tried
I
to
know
do that
you
with
can't.
Brady.
They try to do that years, but I'm just saying for the guys that are buying in,
Yeah.
T-Mac and Trey, like, bro, that money that they're putting in is going to skyrocket. Like, that's
God,
such a
yeah.
great fucking investment. Like, those guys are going to sit back and collect, dude.
That's a great question, though, Spen. How can these GMs get away with giving more money than Mahomes makes? Allen and Mahomes makes.
I don't know. Yeah, but remember, Tom Brady was on the same for years. He was underpaid.
And Manning was the same way too. Brady
Yeah.
and Manning both weren't the top
No.
paid. It's just like,
But they
makes
also
no
knew
sense to me.
they also knew that money was coming after.
Yeah.
They knew it, and they got broke off, bro. Look at Tom Brady.
He's still making money. And look at Peyton. Peyton's making
Broke.
money hand over fist with his
Peyton had a
production
whole
company.
thing, bro. Yeah, dude, that
whole production
guy
company.
he was ready. Boy, I love
Mhm.
Peyton Manning, by the way. That Peyton Manning is fucking so funny, dude. Him and I'll be honest with you, I never was a fan of Eli, like his personality wise. And I saw when he was a host on SNL and he got to let his personality shine a little bit. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
Eli's pretty funny, dude. And then
Mhm.
when they started doing their ESPN, the Monday Night Football, like I'm like, dude, they are quirky dudes, bro. They're pretty funny, bro. So I give them credit. I like them too. I like Peyton and Eli.
Yeah. Scott says it's reckless spin. Should be guardrails. Like, I don't get it. Like, Trevor Lawrence is getting paid millions more than Washington.
Yeah, that one there that's another shaky
Highest
one,
paid
boy.
contracts of all teams with big cat mascots. Goff with the Lions, Lawrence with the Jags, Burrow with the Bengals. Next up, Bryce Young, baby.
I don't know about Bryce Young. He still has to prove something.
He's
He's playing better, but
Goff is good, but I don't think he's worth what they paid him.
no, I don't either.
Burrow's the only one who's actually worth the money he got.
Burrow is,
and I'm
Burrow's
not an overly big Burrow fan.
Yeah, but he's really good, bro.
And really good this year.
He's a really good dude.
49ers heading for some changes. If they pay Purdy, they're going to lose a lot of players.
I want to do it, man. I would not give him that amount of money.
Neither would I.
I would be so nervous.
I would offer Darnold,
the
Daniel Jones contract.
And go and find a rookie and have him sit behind Darnold. For a year or two, man.
I would not pay Purdy, and I would go pay Darnold the Daniel Jones contract for, give him $40 a year.
Yeah, man. I think it's I don't know. To me, it's a mistake. Let somebody else overpay for him.
Theo got the key to the city. Josh will get the key to Western New York. Listen, Josh.
Whatever. Give him whatever you. Yeah, give him whatever.
Josh is the king of Western New York.
Right. You lose him, that's a wrap, Jack, for the team.
Brady White made more than the entire team's
He did.
salary.
That's true. That is true.
Did.
Yes.
Eli's too funny. I think you have to be in that family. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just see what Arch ends up looking like.
Yeah, and they're all he's getting high praise. We'll see.
So what do you think of Belichick going to UNC?
I think bro, you know what, man? I really honestly how I think of it is this. I think he did everything he had to do in the NFL. And I think this is this is just something to add to his this is a what was the word I'm looking for, Mikey? He's just looking to like what's the word I'm looking for, Mikey?
I don't know.
God, I'm trying to look because I had it on my tip of my tongue. When you're trying to do something else, like achieve something else, right? Like make another goal, right? Like prove that you can go to college, like do something totally different. And that's what he's doing. I think he just wants to try something different.
A $10 million buyout, so he can actually still sign with the NFL team and just pay $10 million. And
no, but he won't. I think this is I'm telling you,
he's just gonna be like, okay, he's almost like he's trying to set up a legacy. Because he said he wants to turn the program. Like Lombardi came in as his GM. He's turning the college game into the minor leagues of the NFL. And he says he wants to set it up to be an NFL program at the college level.
Yeah, I just
Dion's
I don't know.
doing the same thing.
I feel like he did what he had to do in the NFL, and he's just trying to like do something special in college. Like just set up a new goal. You know what I mean? Like what does he care? Like he doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah,
he's gonna go there.
Was UNC coach there?
Right. Yeah, it's true.
So
yeah, years.
He's going back
years
to
ago.
do things like his dad did. following the legacy of his dad. So, good
Yeah.
for him.
No, I
And that's
think
awesome,
it's
Sophia. You were at UT when Peyton was there.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Goff's earning his contract. I'm not sure Goff's earning his contract.
This year he is. He's having a good year. No doubt about it. I can't knock him.
I'm not going to
Having a good
good
year.
year. He also
Yeah.
has 2 stud running backs in an elite offensive line that takes the load off of him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Burrow got hair.
Burrow does got hair.
Burrow looked like Slim Shady at the beginning of the year. Man, everyone down
know,
the
the
Bills.
Bills.
We got this. Go Bills. Yeah, Dwight, I like that. Bring that positivity, brother. Everyone doubting us. I thought Goff was under 50 million. No, he's over 50 million. Goff got paid. The Goff playing with a team of Pro Bowlers. Imagine Allen playing with those running backs, offensive line, Amara, Jameson, Laporta. No offense. No offense to our weapons, but they yeah. That's what they were saying about, put Josh with, Burrow's weapons. Put Josh with Reed and with what Mahomes has. Put Josh with what Puka and Cup and McVay and an offensive mind. Like Josh is dragging and carrying a defensive head coach whose defense comes up short in the playoffs. Why are we carrying a defensive head coach when the defensive head coach is coming up short? It's not the offense that's coming up short. It is what it is. I think it's going to be a disaster. Bill Belichick's not going to relate to 18-year-olds. Well, he's relating to a 24-year-old.
I think Bill Belichick has really eased up this year. He's gotten funnier on the mic. I think he is not the Bill Belichick of the Patriots when we saw him. He's definitely eased up a little bit. Now, I will say this, players are definitely going to want to go to UNC and play for him.
You heard Mike Tomlin said. Mike Tomlin came out and said,
that.
my boys are going to Belichick.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to get recruits. He's going to get players that are going to respect the shit out of him. He's going to build a good coaching staff, right? He's going to set a stepson up or something like that. Also, is coming with him or something like that.
Yeah, his
son
kid.
or son-in-law.
His
kid.
Son.
Yeah. So
Steven, he was the defensive coordinator. Always made the weird faces on the sidelines.
Yeah.
It says, I don't see Belichick traveling the country and having dinner. He's not going to have to. He already brought in Mike Lombardi to be his GM and recruiting coordinator, and then he's going to hire another person to go on there. He'll do certain things, but Belichick won't be out doing the recruiting trail and stuff. He'll have guys doing that for him.
Right.
Belichick's the CEO of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have really good. If he was smart, he would go hire Ed Orgeron. He was the mastermind behind all those USC teams as the recruiting coordinator. Some media narratives say this game will determine MVP between Allen and Goff. I don't think Goff's in the MVP. I think it's Allen and Saquon only.
Yeah.
They gave Burrow the money for the defense, and whoops. That defense was bad, man. What are the Lions going to do when they have to pay all these players? Well, they just paid Amara. They paid Goff. They paid Montgomery. They paid Decker. They'll start losing some of them. Most of the defense, though, is young. They're still in rookie contracts for another year or two before they have to pay those guys. So they have a small window to keep all the offensive guys. These defensive guys, before they're ready to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Lions going to go full Saints mode with their salary cap. Yeah. 80% of UNC's roster will be transfer portal. His kid will take over.
Could be. You never know.
Back in the NFL in a year or two. I could see that happening too.
Yeah.
Now.
That's what it was. The word I think he's just challenging himself.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just a different. It's a different challenge. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. He's challenging himself to try something different, right? And which is college. And why not? What does he have to prove in the NFL anymore, guys? He's has so many Super Bowl rings. He's going to go and challenge himself in college ranks, Imagine if he does good. Let's just say hypothetically, UNC starts to really turn it around in the 2 years, and then he hands it off to the next guy, and he sets them up for success. Then he leaves, and everyone's going to be going, "Damn, Bill Belichick came here, set up, did this, was fucking set the team up for success, left in good hands with whoever, right? His son, whatever, to take over." You know what I mean? Like, boom, there we go. Now we're talking about how good Bill Belichick was in golf.
Well, you also have to remember.
What does he have to lose?
Yeah, you also have to remember, Saban, because they're super close, is gonna, do some consulting for him as well.
Yeah, sure.
And Saban's the greatest college coach of all time.
It is true.
If Belichick was smart, he'd reach out to Pete Carroll and have him do some consulting for him.
Absolutely.
Go get these elite college coaches and have them come help you.
I think his mind has changed a little bit. This taking a break from the NFL, you could see
Also,
when he goes on Pat McAfee, he opens up more, he laughs a little. Like, I'm telling, like, that year away from NFL, like, everyone talking about, oh, nobody wanted Bill. You don't know that. You don't know that he didn't decline offers. He could have been like, no, I'm cool.
He said the only one he was really in for was the Falcons job, and when they went a different way, he didn't
there you go. But I'm saying you don't know if anybody else reached out to him. He could have just been like, no, maybe you only
did reach out, but he
there you go. So
for the Falcons
right,
job.
And you don't know that this year coming up, that teams weren't a game a hefty contract. We don't know that.
I'll tell you one thing: with Belichick going to UNC, that's a positive note for Shane and Daboll.
That is true. And you know what? They get the third pick, and you guess who's they're saying could go to the Giants?
Sure.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward? I would not take Cam Ward with the third pick.
Dude, I would absolutely. Cam Ward is really good, bro. You're crazy. I think Cam.
Really small.
Well, he's not that small. He's not small at all. He's not small. Look him up. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Is he
not
really
a small quarterback, and he's not thin. No, he's average. I think he's like Baker's size, right? Baker's 6'2". Look at his weight and height.
Pretty small for the NFL.
Yeah, but Baker's also worked out pretty decent. It's not like Baker's terrible. Cam Ward is an excellent quarterback, bro. What are you talking about?
6'2", 220.
Yeah, he's not thin
really
or anything.
Small out there.
Nah, brother. Small. When you're talking about small quarterback, you're talking Bryce Young. You're talking what's his name? Kyle Murray. That's not small. I'm not saying that's big either, but that's not a small quarterback. 6'2", 220 is fine, bro. He just
looks smaller.
By the way, Heisman is tomorrow, I believe, or was it tonight that they're announcing that?
I think it's tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they're announcing it this weekend. So
did you see that?
Anyways, that's what they're predicting. Okay. Doesn't mean it's going to be true, but he's going to be a top 5 coming out of the NFL in the draft.
Did you see that guy Nate Tice Yahoo podcast broke down the Bills' defense? They've been atrocious for like 6 weeks, like bottom 3. We talked about that earlier. Nate Tice is one of the guys that's been out and around, and he's picked up on Yahoo and he does things, and he breaks down all the numbers. Say the Bills, because we give up from the 20 to the 20. We rank like in the 20s in defense and everything except for scoring.
Yeah, it's not good if you look at
because we have turnovers.
Correct. If you look at the ESPN, the stats or team stats, we're the only thing we're really great at is turnovers. Yeah. I mean, like it's not as good as you guys think.
You can put a spin on anything though.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, I know what I watch. Like, my eyes don't lie. I know our defense isn't. We're not an elite defense. I think I think it's safe to say we are. I would rank our defense top 10.
I wouldn't.
No, I would say 10. Where would you have them? Top 15?
Top 20. I don't think they're anything special.
I think top 10.
I think. If you want to put them at 15, middle of the pack. I think they're between. I think they're between 17 and 13.
So right now, stat-wise, like, where they have them, rankings, they got them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14th.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah. Now, right, against the rush, Not very good. We are what?
Because we play
15th?
two deep shell and we say go ahead and run it against us.
Yeah, against the pass, we
McDermott
are.
is so afraid to
Yeah,
give
we're
up the
down
big
there.
play that he just.
So you might be right. We're like a top 15.
Yeah.
How about top 20? I would say 15.
I'd say
Also in the middle.
I'd say between 15 and 20 is kind of
Yeah.
where I figured where we are at this year. But we're a top scoring defense because we're top DVOA defense.
No, that is
with
that
advanced
is
metrics and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we are for points allowed. The Lions are 3rd. We are 8th.
Yeah. Spain comes in and says, to be fair, if Stafford played like that against the Bills would have blown the Rams out. Yeah, they just didn't play very good last night. It's just it's odd. I just don't get it. Here we go. Yeah, we'll see. Belichick's going to go back to the usual way once he starts coaching again. A 72-year-old ain't changing. We'll see. We'll see what he looks like.
And maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame head coach. I mean, is that bad? I mean, I'm sure he's not going to be all, laughing and kicking and playing, cards with the guys.
Yeah.
But
so do you guys think we'll be able to run the ball on Sunday?
I don't know let me see what their defense is.
I think so. I think we'll run. I do. They are getting back some of their defensive tackles. So they are difficult to run.
They're 5th in the league and against runs. 93. They average 93.9 they give up. Which is
I think we'll run a little bit. I do. Yeah. But here's the thing. They play man defense and love the blitz. You know what Josh loves to eat up? Man defense and let him blitz and play man. Josh will run for 100 yards himself.
I think we run the ball. I just don't think it's going to be effective, but I think we'll probably run it more
effective.
Yeah, we'll run it more than we did against the Rams, though. I think because that was crazy, nine carries for Cook. I think we run it a little bit more, but I think this is going to be a passing game again. I think it's going to be heavy.
Because they like to play man.
Yeah.
Let them play man against us. We'll see what happens. If the reason why they're so good against the run is because they play man and they bring blitzes and extra guys up to the line to stop the run. If they do that against the Bills and Josh starts throwing the ball, they're in trouble. If they play back in too deep zone, we'll run the ball on them because we can run when we want to. That's the thing. The Bills' offense is so dimensional. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Stafford was throwing dimes against the Bills. He wasn't throwing dimes last night.
No, he wasn't.
But
you're gonna see to that point. Yeah, when you give that much cushion and you play that kind of defense, leaving guys open like that. Yeah, I mean,
we had guys that were in position and the balls were just on the money.
No, there was some great. Well, that too. Yeah, you're right. You are right. With some of those throws were just unbelievable catches. I mean, even the one last night, Puka made with a football on the helmet, the defender's helmet, was an unbelievable. Like Puka is so good, bro. What else can I tell you? He's gonna make those catches. Like there's nothing you could do.
What's alarming is it's gotten worse as it's gotten healthier. I don't think so. Like I want to see what happens once Smoot comes back because I think our defense took a dive when Smoot went out. He was such a key piece to our defense. Our run defense and our pass defense. Like Smoot was playing really good ball when he got hurt.
I just want to see better effort, guys. Like I Mikey's right. This is probably it. I said top 10. We're probably more about in the middle. This is top 15 defense. We can't expect. We're not expecting a top 5 defense showing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it shouldn't be. I'll be honest with you. We have a defensive-minded head coach. Should be top 5, but
we don't got the dogs.
Yeah, we don't got the dogs. We don't have we just don't. So, listen, I just want to see better effort from the defense. Just show me something more. Because if they don't, then I'm not going to lie to you. Going into the playoffs, like I won't be, I can't be. I won't be confident.
Your expectations won't be high.
It would totally, like that the defense can actually do their job. Come the playoffs. No, bro. All I'd be thinking is about, boy, the offense better be fucking humming because we're gonna get points scored on us.
Sophia with the super chat.
Yeah, let me hit you up with that. Let me hit you with that train horn. Thank you, Sophia.
Driggs comes in and says, I feel McDermott hasn't fully embraced Superman Josh because after the loss, he was saying now we need to run the ball to help our defense. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. It's a positive. We're not talking about McDermott in a negative light. And that's just a trigger for me to tell McDermott where he can stick it. Not getting me tonight.
Oh my
Who
god.
said he's good to go? I hope he plays Sunday. Me too. I really do hope he plays Sunday. I also hope we see Jordan Phillips. I think we missed Jordan Phillips's.
Bring that. Yeah, we missed that. Absolutely. I told you, man. Like, y'all are knocking him. I told you. I'm not saying this guy's like unbelievable, but he brings some juice to the defense. He brings a little electric, right? Like he's just different, and he does make some plays too. Yeah. Like it's not like he's sorry. Like he makes some plays, and he can get to the quarterback. That's what he does. So yeah, I'm out there.
Yeah, comes and says I didn't like Smoot, but he was balling. He was balling. He was playing. He was probably one of our best defenders. He absolutely was. He was starting over AJ,
and he should be when he's healthy again because AJ is not.
Why would you say that? We were playing fantastic with Smoot in there.
Smoot was
playing really well.
Yeah.
But his name's going to be like the Rams. Josh is going to have to be Superman again. Well, we'll see.
He may.
It's you know what it is. It's everyone watching the Rams and remember what the Rams is like. So everyone just assumes
if
we go back like
it was a week
ago, we were like on top of the world.
Yeah, we're on top of the world. Yeah, baby.
Like that early in the season.
We kicked the 49ers in the teeth. Like I get it. You know what I mean? And then we'll, if we play, if the defense can at least bounce back, show us some effort. And we get the dub, I promise you guys.
And before we kicked the 49ers in the teeth, we beat the Chiefs.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, I promise you guys will feel a little bit better if we, now mind you, if we lose the game and our defense is terrible, then I will have that same conversation again. We won't be happy, but I don't see that happening. The one thing I will give McDermott credit, only thing here, like there's a couple things, but he normally gets the players to bounce back after a loss or like, you know what I mean? Like we very rarely have two miserable back-to-back performances when we get kicked like that. So I expect a rebound. I do.
I do too. Beth comes in and says we need to take the ball away. Lions have given it up. Our D loves the splash plays. That's what saves our defense is the splash plays.
Yeah.
By the way, Tommy, how do you feel about James Cook and his
was he dynamic? Was he dynamic last week? Y'all gonna be remembering this.
Oh, brother, positive show.
Yeah.
I agree. We need Phillips. I do think we need Phillips. The way the offense could have helped the defense more was score more points, right?
Yeah.
2 points per minute isn't enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Teams helped out the defense. They let a bump go for 6. Defense give more rest instead of letting him up another touchdown, right? How dare maybe Josh should have thrown a pick 6. Maybe that would have helped. Austin Johnson pick 6. Maybe I like that.
We need another Austin Johnson.
All right, Tommy, we've been on here for almost an hour 10. You want to show me what you got?
Let's get it.
Keys the game.
I gotcha. All right, we got a couple here. So let's get with the storylines real quick, guys. We got a super chat.
We got a super chat.
We do. Let me pop that down. Let me get you.
This is a great question. He asks, what 2, 3, or 4 seeds are most likely to be bounced in the first round? So if the playoffs started today, it would be Bills versus Broncos. It would be Steelers versus Chargers. It'd be Houston versus Baltimore. I think Houston-Baltimore game. I think Houston has the best chance to be bounced.
Yeah, I definitely think. I think Houston is. I think Houston's playing some bad football right now, and they're If they don't turn it around, they may not even make the fucking playoffs. So if they did, yeah, I think they're the ones that would be first out.
Yeah, like looking at the matchups, the Baltimore going to Houston. You know,
Nah, I think
do
they would.
you see? I don't see I think the Chargers will make the playoffs. I don't see them winning in the playoffs this year because it's still year
the Colts
one
too, right? Colts are hanging around as
the
well.
Colts are at the 8th seed, 2 games.
Yeah, so they're hanging around. So you
Miami's
never know.
tied for the 8th seed, 2 games back.
Right.
So I'm guessing it'd probably be Houston, but if not Houston, man, the Chargers are such a weird team. You don't know if
they are weird. You don't know what you're getting. Yeah, you have no idea.
And the Steelers are a weird team with it too. They're 8-3, but they just have some odd because of that defense.
I know.
Defense
I know. I would say Houston though, as we sit today. That would be.
Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate.
I appreciate it. All right, let's get to it. Storylines. Here's some storylines, guys. Shout out to Bills Wire once again. All right, so first up, Super Bowl preview. Oh, we're not trying to project, but this is likely to happen during the upcoming week, at least on a national sense. With the Lions rolling and the Bills putting together such an exciting contest against the Rams, many will ask if this is a potential Super Bowl preview. Here's where we will project a bit. This will probably the Super Bowl, which is written wrong. Most of America would love to see as well. Buffalo and Detroit have their below average history in the NFL, but have turned it on in recent years. This would be an awesome title bout. It would be. It really would be.
I would love to see this be the Super Bowl because at the end of the day, neither one of these franchises have a Super Bowl and it guarantees.
Right, and Detroit hasn't even been there, so.
I would love to see this be the Super Bowl.
It would be, and it would be fun. I think it would be.
You know what that would mean? The Bills were in the Super Bowl, so I'm game for that.
And I'm game for that too. Yep. Here we go. Tough bounce back opponent. Speaking of Buffalo's last outing in LA, anyone would want to have a big bounce back game the following week, especially with the way the final moments played out against the Rams. That's going to be tough for the Bills. Just looking at the Lions' record. But likewise, Detroit knows Buffalo will be no pushover. And that is true. I keep telling you guys that. This is not – if you think the Lions are going to steamroll this team, it ain't happening. I promise you it's not. Like, I would be shocked if the Bills did lose no more than 4 points. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Very close.
I don't see us. We don't normally lose by more than a score. If we lose.
That's what I'm saying. I see it around. I don't see it more than 7. How about that? But I'll go with 4 if you're a betting man. And I think right now it's plus 2.5.
Oh, spin. That was a good one, brother.
All right, next up, high flying offense. The over under is set at 54.5 at the time of the publishing for Bills Lions. Buffalo enters week 15, averaging 30 points per game. That's second in the NFL. Detroit is at 32.8. That's first. Need we say more? For the Bills, it's all about Allen. He has shown lately he can still do it all. On the flip side, the Lions have a top quarterback in Jared Goff, but he has a lot of playmakers around him. That's very true. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the NFL's best receivers in the backfield. Detroit has Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Both defenses will have a lot to deal with. That is true. It's a great point. He has a lot more. He has a lot of weapons. He has a shit ton of weapons to work. Elite and offensive line is really
there's the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, very good. So protections the best in the NFL. Dynamic. I would say the best 1-2 punch in the NFL right now.
Gibbs is dynamic. Montgomery is just a stud.
But powerhouse. Is it safe to say the best 1-2 in the NFL right now? It's up there, man. It's. I mean, I gotta.
Yeah, I can't think of a better 1-2.
Okay.
Because you think it was the best backs. You have Saquon, and then Saquon and his backup, which. I don't even know. Right. Can't think of his name right now. And then you have
who's Henry's backup?
Henry's backup is Justice Hill.
He's okay. I don't think
He's okay,
better
but he's
than
not
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Kamara and Williams were really good for a while, but Williams has fallen off since.
He has. Yeah.
Warren and Najee are good, but I don't think they're as good as Gibbs and
Yeah. No.
Chubb and Ford are really good when Chubb's healthy, but I don't think they're as good as Gibbs and Montgomery.
No.
I think they're the best 1-2 punch.
1-2 punch, right?
Yeah.
Got to give it to him. There you go.
I mean, you can go Cook and Allen, or Lamar and
sad. We got to choose.
Lamar
We would say
and
Cook and
Henry.
Davis if they ever ran them.
Yeah, or Lamar and Henry.
Lamar and Henry, right?
Hurts will score the most touchdowns of anybody. Saquon will run down the 1 yard line, and Hurts will get pushed in.
But out of pure running backs, I would say they're the best.
Yeah.
Turnovers.
CMC
Okay.
and Grundo. I would have said CMC and Mason.
You're right. Mason has looked good, but I'm not going to give him yet. It's too early.
They're not better than those two guys.
No, they're not. They're not. At plus 17, the Bills are tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the NFL's best turnover differential this season. However, part of their defense struggles in LA were because of a lack of turnovers. That is true. We talked about this.
Yep.
Week 14's game against the Rams marked the Bills' first game of the season. The unit did not force a turnover. Overall, Buffalo needs to play better on that side of the ball. But limiting the Lions' chances by ending drives with the takeaway is a great way to improve. Yes, and we talked about that last week when we lost that game. The one thing that did not show up on a stat sheet was a turnover. And that's what we've been doing. I mean, since the beginning of the season.
And the Lions give the ball away.
Yeah, so I would hope we get a turnover in this game. We need one.
Eagles, number 1, Saquon. Number 2, Gainwell. Thank you. I could not think of Gainwell's name.
All right, last one on this one. All about Josh. There's our guy. It has been 2 straight weeks where Bills quarterback Josh Allen has made NFL history. Allen would not make it about himself at all, but he can't control narratives. Because of how well Allen has played, he's going to get a ton of attention heading into this game because of the potential for an offensive explosion between these two sides. That's the end of that article. So, yeah, Allen is going – trust me. Yeah, Allen is right now people are talking MVP, right? And I would say, 4 weeks ago? Right? Like, I mean, people were talking, but it wasn't as
Allen out. After the Texans game, everyone's like, "Oh, the Allen will never win MVP."
Yeah, and it started. Once it started heating up, and then he's gone on a roll. I got one more, and then we'll end this, and we'll get to the takeaway. So let's get to the five things to watch for, Mikey. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. 5 things to watch for, Mikey. A full arsenal of weapons. Yes, last week the Bills put up 42 in a losing effort against the Rams. Now they're supposed to be adding 2 key pieces to their offense. Tight end Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman has been a full participant, and they're probably going to play. Both are expected to join the Bills' offense this week as they prepare to keep up with the Lions' highest scoring offense in the NFL. So does that help, Mikey, having these two if there's a potential shootout? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
here's the deal. You bring another big body in Coleman, and Coleman was starting to really pick it up before he got his, before he hurt his wrist.
Absolutely was.
You have to keep an eye on Kincaid. So now you have Cooper back, you have Coleman back, you have Shakir, and you have Kincaid, and then you have our running backs. Like, we have a lot of weapons now for Josh, all really good pass catchers. And then the guys behind them, you have, Mac Hollins, who's been really good in Coleman's
he's played well.
And our little gadget guy who sometimes shows up, sometimes doesn't. Samuel. But with Virgil back, or with Coleman back, Virgil's now gone, and we'll be able to figure out who we're going to bring back. Probably Smoot would be my guess.
Yeah.
My guess is Virgil goes bye-bye. Smoot comes back.
Yep. All right, let's get to the next thing. What will the secondary look like? Well, we know one thing. Elam ain't playing. Both the Bills starting safety Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin appeared on the injury report this week, along with number 1 quarterback. Well, they're saying number 1. We're saying number 2. Cornerback Rasul Douglas. All three are in question about whether they will play or not. If any miss this game in week 15, it would hurt Buffalo immensely, as they have a tough task in slowing down the Detroit offense, headed by offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. And we already talked about this, and we'll talk about it more a little bit. We'll move on. Can the running game get back on track? We actually were talking about that earlier on. I don't think so. I think Allen will have, in my opinion, Mikey, probably wind up finishing with the most yards again, like he did in LA. I just, unless our offensive line really does their job in run blocking, and Cook, get some good holes, and they continue to run Cook, then maybe Cook has himself a day, but I don't see it happening. What do you think about Cook having himself a day? I see it maybe 40 yards, 35.
With McNeil coming back, I can see him having 60 yards on the ground and a touchdown.
Maybe a touchdown, sure. We've been giving him the rock in the red zone.
I can see him having 60 yards and a touchdown. I can.
Yeah.
I can see him
if they give him the ball, not on 9
carries.
Yeah.
I can see him getting 15
That's
carries,
fair.
getting 60 yards and a touchdown.
50, 60 yards. Is fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think the Bills are going to hit 30 again. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. But I think the Bills come out on top. I do think if they continue to play the defense they have played, you're going to see more passing, and you might see the backs getting some of those quick outlets.
I would hope, because we haven't really done that, Mikey. Lately.
Not much recently.
We have not gotten our backs involved in the passing game, which is surprising. We should, because that's what we drafted James Cook for, right? I mean, he was supposed to be a guy that gets the ball out the backfield, and he can do it. We know he can do it. I just don't get why we're not including him in that part of the game lately, but we'll see. Joe Brady versus man coverage. The Lions defense plays man coverage at a higher rate than any team in the NFL, Mikey, 42.4%. Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady has tons of weapons to work with now in the passing game, with Coleman and Kincaid expecting to return. How Brady calls this game against Aaron Glenn's Detroit defense will be a chess match worth keeping an eye on. Having Amari Cooper and Coleman on the outside, Khalil Shakir and Kincaid on the inside, as well as pass catchers out of the backfield like Ty Johnson and Cook, should provide Brady and Allen with plenty of ammo to attack mismatches all over the field. So what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I like that. I also don't believe they have any dynamic pass rushers, which is also a big one. So if Josh has time, he'll be able to find a lot of these guys. It'll be interesting to see how this chess match plays out.
Yeah,
it will be.
Yeah.
13 Seconds, who is a Chiefs fan, says 2 games up. Good job.
No, hey, I like the name, by the way. 13 Seconds. You it's deserved. We fucked up. You guys. It's what good teams do. So.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, great.
It is what it is.
Name. Yeah. Can the defense bounce back? That's the big question. The Rams offense did basically whatever it pleased against the Bills in week 14. What?
Spence says that Green Bay pass rush is pretty good. They do. They have one, but there's no true dynamic. There's no true game wrecker on there. They have good pass rushers, just like we have good pass rushers, but there's no true game wrecker. There's no Myles Garrett's, who we just faced in the rookie, right? Out of Florida State. That dude's a game wrecker.
Yeah.
And we did a good job there. So it'll be interesting to see how they play this out.
Yep. Can the defense bounce back? I'll start again. The Rams offense did basically whatever it pleased against the Bills in week 14. The Bills couldn't get any pressure on quarterback Matt Stafford. And wide receiver Puka and Cooper Kupp were constantly making plays to move the chains and get into the end zone. The effort on defense was so poor that defensive coordinator Bobby Babich had some words following the game, saying that it was I can't even read that. What does that say there? Conglomeration? What does that say, Mikey? I'm terrible at that. Conglomeration of people not doing their jobs at a high level.
Yeah. It's a bunch of freaking people not doing their jobs, is what he's saying.
We will see how they respond in a tough environment against the best offense in the NFL. And that's the end of that article. So, yeah, that's exactly what we've been saying all week long. I just want to see a response from this defense. I don't think the defense is going to just, go out there and be lights out and just, stop Detroit and limit them to under 20.
We're not holding them to under 20.
I don't see that, but I want to see better effort. Come on, give me something. Give me better effort.
Yes, please.
That's
Anything
all I
stop.
expect. Yeah, just respond well. Respond off a shitty performance.
Show me you have some
Please.
heart.
That's yes, please.
Okay,
Because
so
God.
let's jump into the keys of the game. And
Yeah, let's
I
do
always
it.
start in the trenches, and I'm not so much worried about the Bills' offensive trenches. I'm worried about the Bills' defensive trenches. You
Yep.
know, show me some fucking heart. You know, and that's not on our interior guys. You
Mhm.
know, that's Ed. That's Daquan, Austin Johnson. You know, Jordan Phillips. Those guys. Show me some freaking heart, man. You know, stand up. Don't let them don't let them push you around. Show that you have some huevos. You know,
Yep.
punch those guys in the mouth. Do what you got to do. And our secondary, holy shit. I'm gonna say it was a bad game. But Taron Johnson has his hands full with St. Brown this week. He better be ready for the challenge. He said at the end
Absolutely.
of last week's game, it wasn't his best game. That wasn't him. You have a chance to, come back and show who you are. So
Mhm.
I'm going to put this entire one, the keys of the game, on the defense. The defense has to step up. And then, God damn it, Matthew Smiley, figure your shit out.
Yeah, please. Please.
Block punt for a touchdown. 9 men on the field for trying to block a punt at the end of the game. How is that even possible as a professional? Figure your shit out.
Yeah, please. I'm
Thank
with you.
you.
I'm with you.
And those are my keys in the game.
Good keys of the game. That's
Josh,
it.
do your thing. Offense, do your thing. Defense, step the freak up.
Yeah.
Special teams coordinator, get your crap together.
Yeah, I'm with you. Look in the mirror, man. Can you do better?
Oh,
Yes.
Did you ban the 13 seconds guy?
I did because he kept going over and over, putting 2 games up, 2 games up.
Oh, okay.
Look, once again, I don't care if you come here and you're a different fan from another fan base, but if you're just here trolling and you're gonna comment a million times 2 games up, then you're an idiot. Like you're just being stupid. So no, I have no time for that.
All right.
No time. I have no time for that. Like,
all right, time
you know what?
for,
Like those kind of the people that don't watch football, bro.
Yeah. All right. They're just here to troll. That's all they're here for. So it's time of the show where we're going to give our predictions. We were wrong last week, Tommy.
Jeez,
we weren't wrong on the offense. We was wrong on the defense.
Yeah. Golly, man.
You want me to start or you want to start?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm going to have it 38-31 Bills.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go 40-34 Buffalo.
40-34.
Yes. I think
Detroit has dynamic special teams. Okay.
Yeah, I think it comes down to last possession.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Codrington, I don't even know why he didn't try to return that ball. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was just all clunky. The whole. Who knows?
Get ready. Bills haven't beat a winning team on the road. Lions by 10. Okay. You know, we've lost our 3 road. All 3 losses are on the road. So
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose by 10. You know what? Hey, who is that? Pop that back up. Let's pop that back up. I'll tell you what, man. Gun guy. I like the name. We will be here post game, and we're here right after. I'm talking 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes after the game. Pop on here because win or lose, we're always here live, and we'll have this conversation because I promise you, if we lose, it ain't going to be by 10. I promise you, it's going to be a 1-score game if we lose. And if we win, it's going to be the same thing. We're not blowing them out, and they're not blowing us out. So we'll talk, and you are more than welcome to come on here. And if I'm wrong, hey,
rub it in his face.
Absolutely.
Rub it in.
I have no problem with that.
Bills. I like that spin. 44-42. The other way. Love that stuff. I love that stuff.
That's funny.
Tommy, every time Mikey gives a flip it okay to the comment, you got to.
I haven't used that. I should have done that.
I've been doing it because he hasn't been using the okay.
Yeah, put that comment back up by the gun guy again. Gun, go ahead, put it up. All right, gun guy, you still here? So here's a response.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. All right,
he said, the gun guy is still here. He said he's subscribed and he'll be back. Good.
I like it. Hey, good. Thank you
Come on
so
back.
much for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate you, man.
52-42 Lions. You think the Lions are dropping 52?
No. Listen, if
If
I'm
that's
gonna
the
tell you right,
game,
hey,
this
gun
is-
guy,
oh,
I will
God,
say
wait
this:
till what happens to the third minute.
if that happens, so I'm guessing this is your first time watching us. So if that happens, you're gonna see me lose my shit because I have done that before. I don't do it often, but we don't hold back. Like
Our defensive head coach gives up 96 points. 96 points in 2
in
weeks.
2 games. Yeah, dude. It ain't gonna be a pretty show.
You
and
thought
trust me,
our 2-hour rant last week was bad?
Yeah, we had a Monday show, bud. That was it was about a 2-hour of us bitching about our head coach. So yeah, it would not be it would be a week of us doing that if we gave up 52.
You know, gun guy, we are pro Detroit, except when they play the Bills.
Oh, is it Detroit? Is it okay?
Yeah.
By the way, gun guy, I live in Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm right here in Detroit. So I don't know if you stay in Detroit. I'm getting, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But yeah, dude, I'm a Tiger fan. I'm a Piston fan. And
Jesus, man. Great comeback.
So go ahead.
Seahawks are a winning team. We beat them on the road.
That's true. Yeah,
it's not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Look, man, and that's another thing too. That comment, those kind of, I don't look at that stuff. I told you guys from the very beginning, very tough to win week in, week out. Doesn't matter who you plays.
All right, tough. Tommy, give me your X factor, buddy. Offense and defense.
Yep. X factor and offense. I'm gonna go with. It's gonna be a passing game, so I'm gonna probably take a receiver. I'm gonna go Khalil Shakir in this one. I think Khalil Shakir has another big game. I think he's going to feed off what he did last week. I think Josh is that's his guy. That is his guy, and I'm going with Khalil Shakir.
I love it.
Who has another big performance again in Detroit.
I'm going to say, welcome back, Dalton Kincaid.
Nice. You're going Dalton. Okay.
Looking at it, having all the different things out there, the Bills have a lot of weapons. Brian Branch is a stud. But I don't know if he's going to be able to just match up one-on-one with Kincaid because they're going to have to play back. Because if he goes one-on-one with Kincaid, I would say Amari Cooper or Coleman are going to have a big day.
I think they're going to
have to play in that two.
I think Coleman will have a decent game. I don't know if because it's just got back. There's going to be a little rust there, but you never know. Yeah. You might be right. Amari might have another big game. I just don't know if Coleman right away will have that. I'm just saying a big game, but I get it.
You're gonna match him up one-on-one.
Yeah, I mean he could. Very potential. Yeah.
Yep. Love it. Tell me you're not going to the game.
No, I only go to the game. Listen, I only go to football games if I have excellent seats. If I don't have great seats, I don't go.
That we weren't imagining the Seahawks or the Lions. The quote was,
they're
a
way
winning
different
team on the road. That was.
I think the Lions are an excellent team, bro. But look, you know what though? I got to tell you, we don't talk. We're not trash talkers, bro. So you're not gonna get it from here. I think it's gonna be a good game. But I don't think any. Yeah.
Are you listening to what I'm saying? I said he can cover Kincaid. I'm saying I don't know if he will cover Kincaid because if he covers Kincaid right now, he's playing safety. So if they're gonna drop him down to put him back in the nickel to cover Kincaid, then you're gonna leave one-on-ones with the Cooper and Shakir, and then it can be a big game for them. Brian Branch is a stud. That's what I said.
Yep. Hey man, we give credit where credit's due, bro.
I'm not on here shitting on the Lions. That's not what we do here.
Matter of fact, Sean, clearly you probably never watched our channel before. I've been saying Detroit is the best football, playing the best football this season. I have you guys as the number one team right now, and I still do. Mikey has Philly ahead of you guys if you were to go and rank, but I think Detroit's been playing stellar football. So you're not going to get. Listen, when we come on our podcast and we give our opinions and our takes, it's not talking trash. It's not what we do. We're just going to give our honest opinions. Doesn't mean we're right or wrong, but listen, I live in Detroit, bro. You guys know, and I talk to many Lions fans. They know what's going on here. This is going to be a hell of a game. Detroit ain't going to come and spank the Bills, and we're not coming to come spank the Lions. This is going to be a fucking war, and we'll see who comes out. But I promise you, by the way, come on here post-game. I promise you, it ain't going to be, ain't neither one of us going to spank one another. It's going to be a close game, bro.
The Bills can stop them. The Bills had a bad game. It happens.
Sean, you telling me the Lions didn't have a bad game this year? They've had quite a few. Now, yes, good teams pull it off, but y'all, there's some bad games. Sometimes it happens. Unfortunately, we didn't come out the victor in that one. So, hey, we'll see. Listen, we'll see you Sunday. And like I said, that's all.
We need to wrap this up. I have somewhere I have to be after this. Let's get into our defensive X factors.
Okay. I'll go. Man, you got to put pressure on Stafford. You can't. I'm not Stafford on Goff. So I'm gonna go. You got to put pressure on Goff, man. So I'm gonna go Gregory Rousseau on this one. I think Rousseau gets home. I think Rousseau at least gets some pressure on Goff in this game. Forces him to get rid of the ball a little bit early. I mean, maybe make a turnover on one of those. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rousseau on the pressure.
Okay. I'm gonna go Big Phil. I think we're gonna play Big Phil. I think if we're going to win this game, it's gonna have to come from the interior.
Mm-hmm.
So versus Penny Sewell, who is fantastic.
Oh, you guys have a great offensive line. It's gonna be work. No doubt about it. Pressure. I said pressure. We'll see.
It's called pressure. Pressure doesn't mean sack. It just means pressure. It means makes the quarterback get the ball out earlier.
Right. Boy, Sean, hey, come down here post game. I can't wait for you, man. We'll talk.
Come back.
Please. If you think this is going to be
definitely taking what we're saying and flipping it like we're trying to shit on
the Lions. Yeah, which I've been giving Lions credit all year, so I don't know what you're talking about. But hey, come here post game, man. We'll talk. We'll see. Yep. We'll see. I think it's going to be a close game, bro. Closer than what you think, bro.
I do think it's going to have to come from the interior. So if Big Phil plays, I think he's the type of guy that could have a big game on this one. If he doesn't, man, I don't think it's going to happen. But it would have to be Oliver. So one of the interior guys is going to have to do something.
Yeah. Yep.
Right down number one.
Yeah, he's not. I get it. I
am confused by Sean's.
He wants to just double down on everything. We're not. We understand your. If you weren't here earlier, right? And we talked about
it, guys.
Right, and we talked about your offensive line being the best in the NFL. We get what we're up against. But I want to ask you this, Sean. Do you get what you're up against? Because all you're throwing is what we're up.
No, he only thinks the Bills are way last week. That's it.
Right. So listen, man, once again, I live in Detroit. I work at a Detroit sports bar. Most Lion fans that I've talked to, realistic Lion fans, they know that this is going to be a dogfight. And if you don't think that, and you truly in your heart think that you guys are this is going to be a cakewalk, you're sadly mistaken. And we'll talk post game, because I promise you, if we lose, it ain't going to be by a lot, bro. It'll be a one-score game. And if we win, it'll be the same thing. And we'll talk. But we're not dogging your team. And by the way, it don't matter. You have way more to lose than us. If you guys lose this game, guess what? Your division is on the fucking line. So we'll talk. Remember this channel. Come here post-game, bro.
The Bills are a run-oriented team. Lions are built to stop the run. Have you? Okay, I just can't with this guy anymore, Tommy.
Sean. Yeah,
I just can't with this guy.
Yeah. Hey, man. We'll talk. Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah. Sean's just feeling his team really good. It happens, man. By the way, Detroit.
According to Sean, they're gonna dog walk us.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta slow the roll, bro. Slow your roll. It's your first time, Lions fans. Be humble, by the way. You guys haven't accomplished anything yet. Remember that. Be humble. I always tell that. We humble over here.
What's with the all capitals?
I don't know.
That's
He
what
likes
I'm saying.
capital letters.
Okay.
Be humble, Sean. Be humble. I don't know if you ever heard of that word. You got to be humble,
No.
bro. You
You
haven't
own the
accomplished
tiebreaker
anything.
today, but guess what? You still have another one with the Vikings. So,
And I'm gonna tell you what. I'm real quick, Sean. I'm gonna put you right back down to earth. You guys won the division for the first time in, I don't know, decades. Last year, you're probably gonna win it this year again. We've won the division 5 straight times, and it's gotten us nothing. We haven't been to the Super Bowl yet, and neither have you. Until one of us beat the Chiefs, go on and win a Super Bowl, it's all for naught.
bye, Sean.
See ya.
I'm done with you, brother.
Yeah. So, anyways, you ready? Peace. Hey, I try. We try. They only go so much.
I can only go so much.
You know what, Mikey? I'm very surprised at that because I'm here in Detroit. A lot of most Lions fans here are humble. Like they understand that. Yeah, they're excited. I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But most of them are being honest. Hey, it's going to be close. Blah blah blah. But when you get to that level, to me, that's a bandwagon fan. You probably just started watching your Detroit team. You probably haven't watched them all the years they were terrible. And now that they're good, you jumped on. Now you want to talk shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, here's the thing.
Bad fan.
It's an NFC versus an AFC game.
It means nothing. It means
Win or
more
loss
to
doesn't
Detroit.
mean anything.
It means nothing. But I'll tell you what, a loss for Detroit means more than a loss for us.
No, because at the end of the day, we've already clinched.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying a loss for Detroit is way more. Right. For us, we're really playing a spoiler.
How bad of a troll do you have to be to get Mikey to block?
Yeah,
you? I
bro.
don't block anybody. I couldn't with this.
But if you can't come down to
we
be
tried
realistic.
to explain it to him.
We did.
Listen,
Yep.
But he's one of those guys. Listen,
He's feeling it. Yep.
Fan your fandom. Be you. I just don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
To come to another team's channel and just talk shit for no reason. And I was fine with what he said up until he said, "Well, the Bills haven't done nothing ever."
Yeah,
Okay.
and then he starts
Now
doing
you're
all
just
capital.
trolling.
Yeah, now you're just and you're just like I said once again. I always think of those kind of fans, Mikey, as fans that just jumped the ship.
Yeah.
Just jumped the ship, right? He hasn't been a lot long. He stopped watching. Now he's watching, and now he's all
crap about him. That would have been one thing.
But we don't do. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it, Mikey. Like I don't get people sometimes, man. But it is what it is, man. I'm not. Listen,
And you're
I'm
not
sure
wrong,
Bill's,
gun guy. You guys still have the first seed, win or lose. You are 1,000% correct.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here's the thing: you have, and this is all we're saying is the Bills have already clinched our division. We're pretty much locked into the two or 3 seed,
right?
Because I don't think we're going to catch the Chiefs. I really don't, win or lose. I can't see the Chiefs losing 2 more times. So
slim
really,
chance.
Yeah, slim chance. So it really doesn't matter one way or another for us. It's very important for the Lions to win because you guys you haven't clinched your division yet because the Vikings are right behind
Minnesota,
and you guys still have another one against them. So
and and you got absolutely, and this is a tough game for you. Like I said, once again, you got us to play. I'm just saying, just pointing this out. You have us to play still, which is not going to be a cakewalk. You got at Bears, which is a division game. Listen, the Lions should win that. But
I know
it's a division game. You never know. And if you go back to Thanksgiving game, it came down to a fucking terrible coaching decision. And then you're at 49ers, and then you finish at home against Minnesota. So this game is very important. Yeah. Very, very important for you guys.
The funny thing is, and Spin's right, like what has the Bills have ever done? Nothing. What have the Lions ever done?
That's my point. So it doesn't right.
And I'm not trying to shit on the Lions at all.
No,
I like them.
Right. I do too. I'm here in Detroit. I feel their pain. I keep telling a Lions fan, I am excited for you guys because we were there. We know the feeling. Mm-hmm. We sucked for many, many years. So I give credit when credit is due. I know pain. I know it. The Pistons were terrible, and now they're terrible again. But we finally got better, and it was awesome. And nobody can I hate people that shit on a team that finally got it right. And I'm not one of those people. I give credit where credit's due. Detroit finally got a good GM. They finally got a good coaching staff, a head coach, great head coach. They're doing great things.
I'll be interested to see what happens
Yeah.
when Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn take head coaching jobs and what this team looks like.
Like how
Because-
it moves forward. Yeah.
with who's going to replace them, because those
Yeah.
two make the engine runs. Like Campbell, I love him and he's a great leader, but he's not the X's and O guys. He's not.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, he's more of a he's a
he's a leader. He's just
yeah,
a leader.
absolutely. Yeah,
You know, he's a culture builder. You know,
it's
like
gonna
Nick
yeah.
Bass,
But
you
like
know?
I said, gun guy, man, my whole point is, man, I'm a humble person, bro. Win or lose, bro. We may be happy with a win, but we don't go trolling people. It's not what we do, bro. And we're all also realistic, bro. You know what I mean? We know that we haven't accomplished shit. We've won 5 East Division champions. We don't care. Like, it means nothing. We want the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. That should be the ultimate goal for Detroit and anyone that's good. Every team, right? So at the end of the day, man, I'm going to be humble because, bro, we've had it so many times where fans come on here after a loss, they talk shit and their team gets bounced out first round, or they don't even make the playoffs. It happens all the time. So we try to stay in our lane, be humble.
Viking fans
are the worst, bro. So, yeah, man, that's all I can say about that, man. It's going to be a good game, man. You know?
If we win the Super Bowl, if you can keep them, fantastic. That's great for you because they're better there. However, most head coaches get into it to become a head. You know, most coaches get into it to become a head coach. So it'd be weird to see them not take one if they get
that is
offered.
true.
But he turned one down last year, so you know, more power.
No,
to him.
I think he leaves. It's most coaches, most coordinators' dream is becoming a head coach.
It's not going to be any picnic, brother. It's going to be a war.
And that is true.
Yep.
That's how I see this game going.
It's going to be a fun one either way. So, Tommy, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So, guys, once again, man, everybody that came on, sucks that some of you guys had to get booted tonight because we don't, we want everybody to come on here, even if you're the opposing fan. No, man, we want you, we have a lot of opposing fans on here. But either way, man, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for, the new guys that subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. Showing us love. We will be back pregame, or me and Aramis pregame for the Lions game 1 hour and a half before, so about 3:00, and then me and Mikey postgame. Also tomorrow at 2:00 is Fantasy Kingdom with Mikey and Howie for all you fantasy football nerds. And then at 4 p.m. is AFC East Shakedown. You don't want to miss that either, and that will be on Ace Per Head channel.
Ooh,
and I'll have the link in the YouTube as well. So thanks, guys, man. We appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight. I hope tonight was more positive than it was on Monday. And any last words, Mikey?
Yes, go Bills.
Go Bills, man. Peace.